Hey, how's it going guys? Welcome back for another TOS video. Alright, so today we're doing a Q&A session. It's been a while since the last Q&A session, and if you guys did not know there was a Q&A session, means that you guys are relatively new. I did a Q&A session back then pretty long ago. Alright, and then I completely stopped because I didn't have the time, and then it does take up a lot of time and to do all this editing and stuff like that. Alright, so finally, Q&A session is back, and then I asked you guys on my page what kind of question, for some questions, alright, and then I will have to answer them right here in this Q&A session. Right, of course, I won't be answering all of them because there won't be enough time, so I try to pick those selective ones with the more likes, and then some which I think that I can answer in this session. Right, so if I answer your question, that'll be good, and then if I didn't, perhaps we'll try again in the next Q&A session. Alright, because I can't really accommodate all the questions. Right, the response was overwhelming. Right, so hope you guys understand that. Right, so with this, let's move on to our first question of the video. Alright, so first question, Brandon Marshall. He asks, since you have gotten Daji already and all the other Chinese gods, what other cards are you still hoping to get? Just name 2 of them. Alright, so for me, very simply, Atrahasis, Poseidon, I want Thor as well. There's already more than 2, but that's basically like the core decks that I really want to use. Like, Poseidon is good because I can play with Queen of Last, or the Last Queen, for overhealing, and Poseidon just can break any other water teams out there, which is unique, right, as compared to other Greek teams of their attributes. Alright, and Atrahasis obviously because I'm just lacking that one. I don't really think Namta is a need, but then it will be good if I have it. So these are like the more core cards or more important cards that I wish I had. Alright, so hopefully I do get them soon if I do a Diamond Seal draw. Alright, so with this, let's move on to the next question. Alright, so Glenn Michael here, he asks, who introduced you to Tower of Saviors? Alright, so that happened pretty much like almost 3 years ago by now. So it was actually a secondary school friend of mine. Yeah, you wouldn't know him, but anyway, his name is Louis. And then one day when we just have our usual like meet up, try to chit chat and hang out kind of thing, he just introduced me this game, Tower of Saviors. Alright, so at first I'm not sure if you guys feel the same way, but then when he introduced me a lot of games, like games that are usually his playstyle and not really my kind of playstyle. So when he told me like, hey, I got a new game to introduce you, so I'm like, okay, you know. So he showed me Tower of Saviors, and then initially I wasn't that hooked onto it because at first, okay, I'm just like being like some typical non-TOS player at that moment. I was like, it's just like Candy Crush. Why is, you know, it's just like Candy Crush, you know. Sometimes it just piss TOS players off so much because it's not Candy Crush. Alright, so at that point of time, I'm just like, oh, it's just another puzzle game. I don't think I'll be that hooked to it, but who knows, you see. Look at the level I'm playing this game now. It's just like phenomenal. Alright, so slowly I got the hang out of the game, and then slowly I climbed my way up from the first seal onwards, and then things was quite horrible at the start. Alright, although I thank him for introducing Tower of Saviors to me, I hate him for telling me my initial draw was good. Alright, so what happened was, you know every after the tutorial they give you 5 diamonds to do your initial first diamond seal draw. What I got was a salamander golem, alright, which is the fire golem at his maximum stage, the biggest form. Alright, so which is a platinum card, and then I think he didn't get a platinum card for the initial draw, and then he went like, oh, it's a damn good card, you should keep it, use it. Bitch. Seriously, like, Okay, and then I started the game with a fire golem and stuff like that. So things wasn't as smooth as it is, like compared to new players now, whereby golems, spade sisters, schemas, all this isn't in the diamond seal draw anymore, but in a newbie seal. So you wouldn't get like such crappy card as compared to us players that have played since the game has started. Right, diamond seal has changed a lot. Alright, so yeah, that's my story of Tower of Saviors. Anyway, I'll still rate this game as high as possible because it's been a very successful game, and then um, you know, it's just gonna be more successful as it goes on. Right? Hopefully, I get to participate more in future events internationally from now on. Alright, so moving on to the next question. Okay, I don't know why this got the most like, but I promise I'll do it, so I'll just do it, alright? So, Raj, alright, I don't know if I pronounce your name correctly, but Raj, he asked, do you love your crush or your girlfriend? Okay, this is not a TOS related question, but it got the most likes, so let's just answer this, alright? So, the definition of a crush means that you do not love your crush, okay? So, I don't know who are you referring to, alright? So, I don't know if you are like referring to like my favorite cosplayer Winnie and stuff like that. Right, she's not a crush. She's just a cosplayer that I'm biased to. Alright, she's just like a cosplayer that I'm just biased to. You know, that kind of thing. That's it. Alright, and then yeah, that's about it. Alright, and then of course back to reality after I come back from Taiwan and stuff like that. Of course, what I have here is my girlfriend, and then of course I love my girlfriend more. Alright, so I know you're watching it as well, so please stop comparing yourself with Winnie. Alright, so yep, answered. Question answered. Let's move on to the next question. Alright, so the next question we have here is from Grayson Chong. So he asked, do you speak Chinese or Cantonese? Alright, so 华语 oh my god, 华语我是会，可是我讲得很烂。Okay. And Cantonese 广东话咧，少少。Okay. That's all. Okay, I'm just quite weak in these two like languages or dialect. Yep, which is why I struggled a bit when I was at Taiwan. And then, if in any case, Tower of Savior is gonna hold event at Hong Kong, then I will have to get myself to speak a bit of Cantonese because they speak Cantonese there. So, yep, just a bit very weak Chinese and Cantonese. That's all. Yeah. So, yep, let's move on to the next question. Alright, so the next question is from Yihan. Am I pronouncing that wrongly? Alright, I'm sorry. Why do you tag your friend in this? Okay, so the question is, will you ever think of playing Dota 2? Alright, I have so many friends that call me to play Dota 2. Majority of them, alright, because they do play Dota 2 and then they're trying to get me to play Dota 2. I don't know why, but they do. So I did try Dota 2 for a period of time, and then I just feel that it's not my kind of game, and then I didn't really go and pursue Dota at all. Okay, so what happened was I'm just totally not feeling the game at all. Alright, I was playing Dwarven Sniper at a point of time, so that was the only character or the only hero that I know how to play, and then yeah, I just feel that I don't have the time to commit playing Dota 2. Alright, like you got to know the strategies for every single character, every single hero, right? It's called hero. Right, every single hero, and then the skill, the items, the item combination, like what you gotta buy, stuff like that. And I think TOS is already stressing me out so much on all this. Yeah, I don't need another Dota 2 to come in, and then I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just too much of a game to really focus on, right? Plus, it's not really my kind of playstyle, and hence I did not pursue that game further. Alright, so if you ask me if I ever think of playing Dota 2, I did, and I will not be playing it again. Alright, so yep, that's my view on Dota 2, and then of course no hate. I'm sure most of you guys enjoy Dota 2 as well. It's just your cup of tea, and it's not really my cup of tea. Alright, so I'll be pretty much sticking myself with TOS, and then if you're talking about computer games, I'll be playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive more. Alright, that's my kind of game, first person shooter. Alright, so yep, moving on to the next question. Okay, and the next question comes from A.H. Baba Chuan. So he asks, which TOS character do you think is the sexiest slash prettiest slash hottest? Alright, so I would expect you guys to be thinking that I would say Cassandra, but no. Okay, so Cassandra is the cosplayer that I like, not in-game kind of thing. Like prettiest, sexiest, hottest in-game would be, in my opinion, is Freya, right? Be it PR Freya or VR Freya, I think her artwork is absolutely stunning. Alright, so in-game my vote goes to Freya, not Cassandra. Alright, so sure, catch you guys off guard, right? Alright, so with this, let's move on to the next question. This question is pretty much the same as the previous one. So this is pretty much the male counterpart, alright? So what is your favorite male card in TOS? Asked by Isaac Wong. Okay, so there isn't much male cards in TOS as compared to female cards. That's why you see plenty of female cosplayers and there's no guy cosplayers. Alright, there is, but way little. You know what I mean? Okay, so because TOS, you either have, other than female characters, you either have the very minority male characters, and then the rest is just beasts and dragons, right? You can't possibly cosplay that, right? You can't cosplay Fawn, you can't cosplay Nihawk. Okay, so yep. What's my favorite male character in TOS? I always like Gemini, right? Caster Pollux. And then if I were to cosplay one day, I would cosplay as Caster Pollux. I don't know how that will work out. Alright, so yep, Gemini slash Court of Gemini Caster Pollux is my choice for my favorite male card in TOS. Alright, absolutely nice artwork as well as weapon choice. I always like the dual sword kind of thing. Alright, usually in like MMORPGs where I play, it's always the dual sword class that I play. Okay, in Monster Hunter, I don't know if you guys know Monster Hunter, I'm always playing the dual sword kind of thing. Yep, so Caster Pollux, hands down, right, for this question. Right, so with this, moving on to the next question. Okay, so next question we have here by Akshay. He asks, what do you think is the easiest Soul Master stage and the hardest? Nightmare doesn't count. Okay, so easiest, I can just think of one from the back of my head, which is definitely Solar Xirius Ultimate Stage, or Soul Master Stage if you want to call it that. Alright, so Solar Xirius has been out for pretty much as early as the TOS days, right, before even the 1 year mark, I think. Right, Solar Xirius. Alright, now if you take a look back at the battle info, you will laugh your ass off. Right, 5 battles usually last time for Soul Master, and then the boss itself, which is Solar Xirius, only have 800k HP. Alright, 800k HP, it's not even 1 million, and then now usually, even for weekly battles, the boss itself already have 2 million HP and above. Alright, so 800k HP for a Soul Master stage is laughable. Okay, so hardest Soul Master stage, okay, Nightmare doesn't count. I would say is the Glocks SM. Alright, I'm sure most of you guys will agree with me on this. Right, Glocks SM is the hardest ultimate stage or Soul Master stage ever made as of now. Alright, Glocks. So I don't know how many of you did not clear it last time, but it was definitely a killer for most players. If you do not have the correct team, then that's it. You don't even need to attempt the stage at all, right? Because of the battle one. Yep. So Solar Xirius, and then we have Glocks, the two far end difficulty, the easiest and the hardest. Alright. So I don't know if you guys agree with me. You can comment down in the comment section below what's the easiest ultimate stage you think. What do you think is the easiest ultimate stage, and what's the hardest ultimate stage? Alright, so yep, with this question answered, let's move on to the next question. So here we have the last and final question of this Q&A session. Alright, so who do you think will VR/PR next? Okay, so here I must clarify myself though that I am not working for Madhead, and if by chance I get any of these correct, it's based on pure luck. Okay, so okay, let's say VR, I'm not really sure who will VR next, because VR is very subjective, right? VR only happens when the series is totally not usable, or is totally being outclassed. Alright, so I wouldn't say Norse definitely need a VR, because the emergence of PR Greek, the emergence of Babylon team definitely outclassed Norse by tenfold, kind of thing, right? In which Norse had to undergo VR. Chinese got their VR because of pretty much Taji being outclassed. No one allies Taji anymore because of the leader ally kind of playstyle. Alright, like you see, Babylon needs leader ally. Alright, all the new cards like Lucy need leader and ally. I know they're like Babylon, but you know, you get the point, right? People usually use identical leader and ally to play, and then hence Taji slowly get outclassed. Alright, and then with many new converters out, you can see that the Aoguang, I just say Name, Nerza, and Demon Bull slowly gets erased as well, right? Despite their massive convert, right? So hence the VR came in, and then now they are rising up in the rankings, right, for the cards again. So PR, I say again, this is based on my opinion, and if any of this comes out, alright, it's luck. Okay, so PR, as in normal series, let's not include boss. I would say it might be the Aokigahara series, alright, which is Shuten Doji, Yuki Onna, Keijiro, Tsuchigumo, Otengu. Alright, these 5 cards. Why is because if you look into the index, you can see that new old cards, and then the PR, and then the all the rest of the series, and then we can see PR again, and then what you see is next in line is actually the Aokigahara series. So I would think that they will be PR next. Alright, so as for non-seal bosses, we're not talking about the seal bosses above me. I got a feeling that the Chinese, those Chinese Soul Master bosses, alright. So you can see that Hades just got his PR, meaning we got full dark bot convert card that got PR. So what about the rest, right? So I would say that the old dude, the one that came with Tongtian Jiaozu, and then the earth one, the water bot converter, alright, and the earth bot converter, these two might get their PR. So if Hades get a PR, it makes sense that they get their PR as well. But it doesn't make sense as well because Yuan Tuo is being discontinued, right? Because Shen Yuan is out. And Scrooge, on the other hand, is a guild event card, so I don't think it's gonna get PR. But anyway, yeah. So if this Water and Earth bot converter gets their PR, then I will assume Tong Tian Jiaozu will get their PR as well, because these three cards come together. You know what I mean? Alright, so as for seal bosses, I would say Gemsa might get her PR soon because of Chinese Paladins. Alright, Chinese Paladin, what I'm talking about is the Zhao Enchantress team, right? The one that I've been using quite a while back, that's wrecking every single game. Alright, Zhao Red, Green, Blue playstyle is pretty much the same as Gemsa, just that Gemsa have a God Demon restriction, and then Zhao is open to all races. Alright, in which you can play Enchantress and stuff like that, which damage wise exceed Gemsa by a lot. Alright, so now Chinese Paladin even have amelioration, so that definitely widens the gap of Gemsa as well as Chinese Paladin. So I believe Gemsa will have a comeback soon with her Nightmare stage and then PR Gemsa. Right, that's what I feel. So yeah, I think that answer pretty much this entire question. Okay, so yeah, that's all for this Q&A session. Yep, so this is the comeback of my Q&A session in my channel. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I'll call this the first session because I don't want to recount from the previous one. Alright, you know, because it was so long ago. So let's make this the first Q&A session again. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this series. Alright, maybe I'll make a playlist so that you guys can find these videos easily. Alright, so till then, I'm gonna make another Q&A session. I'm gonna make a post on my page, on my Facebook page, on when I'm gonna make another Q&A session. Alright, so by saying that means that you guys can go follow my Facebook page, and then you can actually see when am I actually gonna make another Q&A session. Right, so in which you can comment down then the question that you want to ask me, and then I will try to answer them. Alright, it's been a overwhelming response for the first Q&A session. I didn't expect that many questions. Alright, hence you can see that I did not answer a few questions. So don't worry, if your question isn't answered now, please do post it again in my next Q&A session post. Alright, so I will not answer repeated questions again. Like if you guys ask me, if I've already answered the question on this Q&A, I will not be answering that again, kind of thing. Alright, so with this, I'm gonna end this video here. It's gonna be a very long video or Q&A session. Alright, so yep, with this, leave a like if you enjoyed this video. This is gonna be the first Q&A session again. Yep, and then with this, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.